Hello, beautiful friends. Welcome back. On today's episode, I have a dear friend, Miss Julia Maxwell. Want to say hi?
Hey.
And we are just sitting down here at Evergreen in this beautiful sunshine. And I brought my podcast equipment and we decided to just whip it out and do a little mini episode. So Julia's looking at me like, what are we going to be talking about? She has no idea. We're going to start it off, though, with gratitude because that is,
I was just thinking that.
yeah,
That's so
that's one of our
funny.
favorites. So, Julia, what is something you are grateful for?
Oh my gosh.
You're like, where do I start?
Oh gosh. I'm just so grateful that I can just be and do because Tasha had mentioned this on a previous episode. We had a really dear friend that got into a horrible accident and her life, was flipped upside down. And she can't really do the simple tasks like going to the store or going for a run. Like, she can't do those things anymore. It's not the same. And I'm just so grateful. Like, I can get up and I can go to the store and I can go work out and I can sit down here at the water. Like, I don't have to be, assisted in any way. So I'm just so grateful that I'm just existing and just being able to be,
Yeah,
you
we
know?
get to do things, not have to
Mm-hmm.
do things, but we get to.
Yeah.
Like, what was it the other day? You texted me, I think it was 2 days ago, and you're like, I have to go to work. Like, it's my one day off. I was like, you get
Yep.
to go to work.
Uh-huh.
One day closer to that truck of yours that you're
I needed
manifesting.
that because I've been working a lot of extra shifts and it was so good and the money is great and I love it, but I just was not having that day. And it just really reminded me of like, wow, like I get to have a job. I don't have to be out on the street and I get a
Yeah.
job that I love. Like I love my job. So
Yeah. Oh, I love that. That's beautiful. I guess I'll follow it up. Something I'm grateful for. Recently, I've just been doing a lot of reflecting, and I am so grateful for people, my friendships. I've really dialed down on who I give my energy to and who I surround myself with. And I finally feel like I'm in this place in my life where I'm just so happy. My heart feels so full. I have really deep, raw, authentic friendships. Yeah.
I
And the
love that.
community,
I
the
love that.
community lately, and not even just lately, but especially lately with where things are going with Mystic and all the workshops and all the messages I've been
Well,
getting. And
I also think too, like you haven't changed anything. Like you're still living in the same place. You're still your address is the same. Like nothing has changed, but like you are changing every day for the better.
yeah,
You know, changing, just how you do things and who you're with and making good changes. And it's like you don't have to make all these drastic life changes. It can just be simple shifts and your
absolutely.
whole life you might wake up at the same place, live at the same place, but your life's different, if that makes any
Yeah.
sense.
And I
So,
always tell myself too, like my current situation is temporary.
I
If
love
I'm
that.
not like in a place that I want to be in forever, I don't get like frustrated. I'm just like, this is
Mhm.
temporary. And being surrounded by people, I mean, I love surrounding myself around your energy because you are constantly just recognizing the blessings. And sorry guys if it's a little bit windy, if there might be the mics might be picking up a little bit of wind, but it's just too beautiful out to
It's
be
so
inside.
gorgeous.
But yeah, surrounding yourself around people who are, I mean, constantly pointing out the blessings and talking about gratitude. And, it's just, I love it. I love
Thank
it.
you. I
Yeah.
love that too, and it's really nice to sit and, obviously as a Leo, I love getting acknowledged, duh, right?
Yeah.
Like, shout out to my Leos out there, like, you all know who you are. Um, but it's really nice to be acknowledged and appreciated like that and know that even those little tiny things
They
that you're
matter.
doing, someone's noticing them. I
Yeah.
really like that, and I have noticed that, you are like who you hang out with, and I've been
Absolutely.
hanging out with you, and I know something, you really work on is I don't have a lot of bad days. I
Yeah.
rarely have bad days, and I've been looking at all the things I've kind of had to hurdle over the past 6 months, and I'm thinking, "Wow, like, I've gone through so much crap, but I
You haven't let
haven't
it get you
I
down.
haven't had that many bad days, like,
Yeah.
everything's still good, and so it's just
Well,
kind
because
of
you
that.
choose to find the positive in those bad days.
Yes, yes, because it's like you can get up and you can be grumpy and be, a little bitch, or you can, be happy and excited, and literally, I know it sounds so cheesy, but when you focus on the good, like, more good comes.
Absolutely. And I was just going to touch on that too when it comes to gratitude. you know, if any of you are manifesting things in your life, you have got to be grateful for what you already have and
Mhm.
expressing that and creating the space for those new things to come in.
Absolutely, because, like, your situation, it's again, it sounds cheesy, but, like, you do control your situation,
Yep.
and there's no shame in whatever your belief is, whatever your religion is, like, praying and asking for help, like, if you're not happy with it, if you're not in love with it, then change it. It's okay to change it, and I don't know why, but this is kinda coming through to me. I feel like there's somebody out there listening to this podcast right now that really needs to hear this, like, if you're stuck or if you're in a really bad situation, like, it's okay to want to change, like, you don't have to stay where you are. Because I think our society has said to us, "Well, it's a little shameful to ask for help or change," or, "There's beauty in the mundane," and it's like, well, you get to decide.
Yeah.
Like, you get to
The choice
decide,
is
and
yours.
it doesn't how do I put this? It doesn't have to be, like, crummy. Like, life can be
Yeah.
so, so beautiful and just
Find
taking
beauty in the obstacles.
Mhm.
Obstacles are
And just taking
opportunities.
those little steps, because, like, I didn't know it was used to be, rainbows and sunshine, but I chose. Was getting up and I was choosing, like, no, like, I want to be different. I wanna have a different life. I wanna bring these things in, and here they are. So
So, my next question for you is, in which ways do you elevate your existence?
I love this. I love this so much.
Like, what's one or two ways or small things that you've done to make changes? I mean, I can think of one right off the top of my head recently that you got back into.
Oh, is it swimming?
Yes.
Ah, ooh, mind reader over here.
Yep.
I love it. Well, yeah, absolutely. Swimming, moving your body, and finding something that you love. I haven't once said, "Oh gosh, I gotta have to the pool." Like, I have to
Yeah.
go swim. I have been wanting to go swim. I've been wanting to do it. And so that's when you know, okay, like, I've got a good thing here.
Mhm.
And yes, I know everybody says it, but exercise is so
And not
important.
just for the physical aspect,
It's
for the mental and emotional. I mean, it's huge.
It's so good because if you're having a rough day or if you're stressed out or even if you just want to have a better day,
Yeah.
exercise, it's been scientifically proven to really give you that mood boost. So that's a big thing. And I think the other one, um, well, okay, I lost it. There's a lot. I think probably the other one is getting out. Tasha and I had talked today about, like, how it was so beautiful and we were resting, but then we were like, "Okay, we need to get out. We need to be out and get some fresh air, get around people, just go for a little drive." And I think that for me is probably one of the main things I do
Mhm.
is don't stay inside all day. Don't
Yeah.
stay in the same place every single day, like, just kinda try something new, even if it's just once a week, because our brains are meant to grow, they're meant to expand. You're not just supposed to kinda stay stuck doing the same thing over and over again.
Yeah.
So I think that's probably my top 2 is swimming and then just getting out, whatever that looks like for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know one thing that's really helped me is my grounding sheet. I talk about that all the time.
Mhm.
I ordered a grounding sheet
I
off
love that.
Amazon. I think it was like $30, and I will not go to sleep without it. I wake up every morning around 7 and my mind is just alert. I feel refreshed. Yes, physically, I still have a hard time like getting out of bed. I'm working
Mhm.
on it. But, grounding sheet, I changed my bulbs in my bedroom to red lights,
I love that.
because I'm very
Mhm.
ADD and it just helps like calm me
Yeah.
down having like my lavender pillow spray or my
Yeah.
lavender eye mask.
When it's pouring back into you, it's
Yeah,
pouring back, and these are such simple, inexpensive things that, like,
find what works
anybody
for
can
you.
do.
I try all the things.
Mhm,
Try everything and some things will stick and
mhm,
some things won't. And I have been somebody, ouch. I have been somebody who was on Adderall my entire life, as you know.
mhm.
And I recently got off of it a month ago. And yeah, I slept a lot the first couple days.
Yeah, your
And
body's
yeah, it's
detoxing,
definitely been
literally.
an adjustment, but I replaced it with this mushroom powder. And I've been taking it for the last like 3 weeks now. And I finally feel like I'm starting to,
I love that.
yeah.
I
So it's just
love that.
taking something and replacing it with
Yeah.
something that's
Doesn't mean you
natural or
have to
better.
lose like
Yeah.
everything. It sounds dramatic. It's just, making substitutions.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I think as the weather is shifting, we're coming into the warmer months. I think there's a lot of that in the collective is like, okay, let's maybe swap the dark soda for like a probiotic soda
Yeah.
or even a lighter soda
Make
or
little
juice or just
shifts.
something that's going to make you feel better,
Yeah.
those tiny little things. Absolutely. But I just want to say too, like, I'm really, really, really proud of you because that's not easy. That's not
Thank
easy to
you.
do. And, I think I told you this, but I have so much more respect for somebody who tries 80 times than somebody who won't get up and try it all. So
Right.
just like, keep that in the back of your head because
Thank
that's
you.
very important.
And it's
And,
easy for me to be like, I
hmm
know people where I could call them up and be like, hey, yeah, do I want to do that?
yeah,
100%. But what comes through my mind when I'm thinking those thoughts is, no, I'm trying to be the best
yeah,
version of myself. And I want to be, completely just healed, cleansed. I just
yeah.
want to be
You
the
just want
best
to feel
version of
like
myself.
and I had I mean, not necessarily similar, but I felt that way when I went off birth control pills. I just remember feeling like I want to know what it feels like in my body. Like,
Yes.
no added drugs, no hormones, just nothing. Like, I just really want to feel normal. And let's
Yeah.
just see if I can do this. Let's just see, let's try it. And I think it's been almost, oh my gosh, it's been almost 6 months and I haven't been on them. I haven't gone back on them. And it's like, wow, like we're doing this. Like we're actually
Yeah.
doing this.
And I think surrounding yourself around people who, are constantly trying to be better too, that helps.
Absolutely. Because it goes back to what, we were saying earlier. You are like who you surround yourself with.
Yeah.
It's so true. Like
Yep.
they will either make you or break you. Absolutely. And finding people that have the same values.
Yeah.
And also, a big lesson I'm still learning is you don't have to be like so tight with everybody. You really don't.
No.
You can pick
Having
and
your couple
choose.
people and
Mhm.
yeah. So one thing I haven't done in a while, I think it's been probably like 5 or 6 episodes, but I want to pull a card for the collective
Oh, I
and
love
see what
that.
comes out because we are down here on a
Yeah.
blanket and we have Julia's tarot cards here. So we're going to pull a card and oh, that one just flew out. So let's see here. Oh, Moon Dance Celebration. Look how beautiful that is. It almost looks,
So that is really funny because when we were hanging out at Mystic Movement, and side note, if y'all haven't been to Mystic Movement in Bremerton,
yes,
Washington,
thank you.
you need to come because it is
And
incredible.
we've got lots of stuff coming. We
So
are in the
many
process of a remodel
good things.
downstairs, all the things. Yeah.
So many good things. You can literally Google it. You can find it on Instagram. It's just this amazing, amazing self-care center with all of the things, like literally all of the things.
Yeah.
And it has changed my life for so many positive ways.
Hmm.
So before I got off track on that, but I had to shout that out. I pulled this card earlier when I was sitting
Oh,
doing
really?
cards with Joni. So I
Ah,
think it's hilarious that this is the card
it's
that
just
flew out,
confirmation too. And
and
it's meant for the collective.
yeah, I
Okay,
love
let's see
that.
what it says. So, celebration. This card brings good news. You will soon have good reason to celebrate. Expect good things and positive developments. Think about all the good in your life at this very moment. What do you have to be grateful for? This is so funny because that's how we started out this episode. And anytime I have a conversation with people and then we pull a
Uh-huh.
card, it's everything we talked about.
I love this. This is awesome.
Right? Stay focused on solutions, not problems. Open your heart and be as happy as you can with the way things are now. We just
We
touched
were
on
just
that
talking
too.
about trying to be grateful where you are, even if it's
Yep.
not where you want to be.
Be happy for the things you already have in
Mhm.
your life.
Yeah.
Being upbeat about the good things in your life is hugely important when it comes to creating the life you want. It's as though better things come to people who are already buzzing. The essential message of this card is you'll get what you want once you love what you have. Oh my God, I love this. Feeling
Oh, this is
grateful
great.
is the key. If you're going through a situation so tough that it's hard to be grateful, dig deeper for something you're happy about. Good times are ahead, but you have to believe it. And this card is a sign urging you to be more optimistic. You have every reason for optimism. And then it says
Mhm.
additional meanings for this card. There's good news coming. Be sociable. Praise your life. take up dancing. Oh, okay, that's something I've
Yeah,
been talking about a lot
moving
lately.
energy,
And
yeah.
say yes to a party.
Well, that's funny because we have the Mystic Movement party coming up.
Yes, next Friday. And it says right
How
here,
ironic.
sometimes you need to celebrate before you really have something to celebrate. Make
Yeah,
life a celebration and not
yeah.
just a special occasion. And
Mhm.
thank you for bringing that up because, yes, next Friday, June 7th, from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m., it will probably run later than that. We are having a huge summer bash. We'll have local vendors, kava,
Tacos,
tacos, lots of fun stuff, raffles,
tarot reading, I
giveaways, tarot
believe
readings.
tattooing,
Yep,
right? Yep,
possibly permanent
mhm.
jewelry, acupuncture, just all the things. And we're gonna, oh, live music. We have a
Yeah.
bunch of that coming. So yeah, it's gonna be a really good time. And so if you're around, definitely pop in. Um, yeah, I don't know. I'm just feeling extremely grateful. And again, this is just a mini episode as we're sitting out here and go figure. I love when the
Mm.
cards resonate. Oh, heck no, that's a
Oh.
bee. Sorry.
Okay, go make
Anyways,
Mr. Food.
going. Oh
Ellie
my
will chase
gosh.
it away.
I do not like bees. I cannot.
Oh.
But yeah, so Julia, thank you so much. I'm so grateful for you and our friendship. And I'm so excited. I've loved watching your growth since the first time you popped into Mystic and how far you've came.
Aw.
You've been one of Mystic's, you know, top number one supporters. And that means more to me than anything. There sometimes people can say, "Oh, I support you," and
Yeah.
just by saying
Mhm.
that, but like you show up. You
Mhm.
constantly show up, you
Thank
attend all the
you.
things, support my business by purchasing your gifts there. It's the little things that,
Yeah.
I don't necessarily express
Yeah.
enough, but I want you to know like how important that is. And just,
Mhm.
I'm trying to build something here. And
Yeah.
so I want to thank you for that. I
Oh,
really
thank you,
appreciate it. And I love you.
mamas. Yeah, I love you too, and I'm grateful that, you just were like, "Okay, let's do this. Let's just get this out," and I love it because there is beauty in unplanning
Yeah.
and not having a plan and just going with it, and I was kinda like, "Oh, like, I don't know about today," and then I was like, "No, just get on here. It'll be
Yeah.
fun,"
Yeah.
and you always take away what you're meant to take away.
Yeah.
And I just hope that, anyone who is out here listening, whether you're in a wonderful place or an okay place or a not so good place, I
Find
just
the good.
really hope that, you can, start making a plan and find the good and just get to where you want to be. And, you know, hopefully you can pop into the shop and get some inspiration, treat yourself to a little something, like whatever you want to do. And I hope that by us doing this, like, people listening know that, like, you can like, I always say you have the power inside you.
Yeah.
So you have the power inside you.
And all new customers get 50% off on any of our services. So definitely pop in whether you're looking for a tarot reading, mediumship,
Yeah,
acupuncture, facial,
really
waxing,
good
breath
stuff.
work. I mean, I could sit here and list
It
everything.
has
A
grown
massage.
so
Yeah.
much because I remember when you first opened the shop, none of those people were
No, I
there.
mean, we started out as just a little crystal shop. And then
Like,
that's when I had a vision of I want to own a healing center. And then I found my
yeah,
location and just I've
yeah,
been winging this since day one and I continue to, but
yeah.
it truly lights my soul on fire. And I love what I've built and what I continue to build. And I wouldn't be able to do it without my friends in the community. And I'm so grateful.
I love that.
Well, thank you so
Yeah.
much for coming on. We'll go ahead and wrap this up. And I love you so much.
All right.